You know all the good things about recycling. It conserves our natural resources, it helps save energy, and it protects the environment. But do you know how recycling really works? Have you ever wondered what happens to all the material you put into your recycling container once it leaves your house? I'm here at a modern recycling center to show you how we turn ordinary, everyday recyclable items like paper, cardboard, metal cans, and plastic jugs and bottles like this one into reusable raw material like this bale, ready to be used in manufacturing new products. Let's head inside to take a closer look. Well, we're now inside the recycling center itself, and I'm with Amy. And Amy, you're the general manager here at the recycling center.
Yes, sir, I am.
Quite a responsibility, isn't it?
It is. We take it very seriously. At this recycling center, we process recyclables from over 500,000 residents and over 2,500 commercial businesses.
You know, when I look outside this huge window here and see all these things, I know they have names to them themselves, but it looks super complicated.
It is, Lane. This is a state-of-the-art facility with some of the most advanced technology here to help us recycle materials. Things like eddy currents and magnets and optical sorters that help us to sort out things like paper and plastics and aluminum and tin and cardboard.
And then I guess eventually, right, I haven't seen it yet, but eventually the product that you're recovering here actually makes its way back into the community.
Absolutely. So everything we do here is to help support the community in creating a more sustainable environment.
Wow. Well, you know, it all sounds great, but I want to see more.
All right, well, let's go take a look.
All right, I'm with you. The tipping floor is where it all begins. Recycling trucks haul their loads to this part of the facility and empty them out to be sorted. Well, I'm here with Guillermo, and Guillermo is the operations manager here at the Plano Recycling Center, and that's a pretty big deal.
It is.
Let's go look at some of the material that's in here, because when I first look at this, right, they came from a residential, right, neighborhood probably?
Absolutely, yeah. This looks like residential material. You're going to see a blend of, good recyclable materials and some prohibited or contamination.
It almost looks similar to what goes to the landfill.
Just by looking at it, there's good material. We got paper, we got cardboard, we got aluminum cans, we got PET bottles, but I'm also seeing a lot of contamination. I got plastic bags, grocery bags.
All right, so no, we don't want this.
This is a no.
We want only the key materials we can recycle. Paper, cardboard, metal cans, and plastic bottles and jugs. Here's a good example right here.
That is a great example. So
I made my sandwich with mayonnaise this morning and I didn't clean it out and I threw it away. No?
Nah, that's a big problem. We want the plastic, right? I mean, for sure, this is PET. The problem is that it has all kind of leftovers in there.
So what do I do as a customer with this?
It's very simple, man. Before you put it in your bin, just rinse it. I mean, I'm not asking you, put soap in there and take 5-10 minutes just cleaning it, but just try to keep it empty, clean and dry. So just rinse it up with water. Usually, I shake it a little bit, let it go, and then you're good to go.
It's important that we keep all recyclables empty, clean, and dry of all food and liquid. Just one dirty ketchup bottle could contaminate other recyclables in your container and in other places throughout the recycling process.
First of all, we want the recyclable materials to be loose. Don't bag it, all right? Unfortunately, we're still gonna get it like this. And what we have to do manually, once we feed this into our system, on our pre-sort station, our sorters are gonna have to cut it open to find out what is inside. Okay. We might be lucky, like in this case, it seems like it's really good material. I got PET, I got cardboard, I got aluminum, I got HDPE. Looks like paper and more plastic. So it looks good, right? But at the end of the day, look, I got another bag on the floor that doesn't belong here.
This is no.
This is no-no.
Okay.
So that's why we're asking, just keep it loose, Don't bag it, just put your recyclables in the bin.
Then, heavy equipment loads the contents onto a conveyor belt. As the material goes down the line, sorting specialists separate the trash that can't be recycled, like yard waste or dirty packaging, even furniture and clothing.
This is our pre-sort station. It's actually the first station where we are going to start pulling certain material and a lot of contamination prohibited from the stream. There's a lot of non-recyclable that these guys have to pull from the stream. They're going also after the rigid plastic and the scrap metal. So these guys stay busy all day long for sure.
In a high-tech facility like this, we can process up to 350 tons per day when everyone recycles properly. But if our recycling stream gets contaminated with non-recyclable waste, it slows down the whole process.
Look what we found. So first, a bunch of cables, and then this looks like a rug.
Oh, so someone actually put that in the recycle bin.
Somebody did. So somebody thought that that was recyclable material, and they sent it to us.
Wow, so actually what it does is it not only slows this down, but it potentially causes problems for our machinery.
Absolutely, you saw the size of that rug, so that can jam the equipment. You know, if these guys are not paying attention and for some reason ends up going into the screen, that's gonna get jammed and that's gonna cause downtime. And that's definitely something that we don't want to go through.
Based on the size and weight of the cardboard, it automatically gets diverted to different sorting areas. You want to make sure your cardboard boxes are clean and flattened before placing them in your recycling container.
After the pre-sort line, the cardboard gets separated, it goes up, and then it comes down here, right?
That is correct, yep. And it comes down here to this chute. This is actually the quality control line for cardboard. So as you can see, we got the sorter just pulling the prohibiteds and contamination from that stream. Because again, there might be some things that doesn't belong to this line. So they're gonna be pulling all that, putting them on those chutes where that material belongs.
As the line moves on, sifters continue to do their work, shaking out material for recycling.
So we talk about cardboard. Now let me show you what we do with paper.
All right.
Special machinery called optical sorters and tumblers pull paper products from the line and sort them into large and small pieces.
So it's a great piece of technology that uses air and light to recognize some specific material. So the first four that we have on site are just for paper and cardboard. So the whole concept is there's a computer, a scanner, it recognizes the material that is going after, and then as the paper goes through, it's like a valve log with air nozzles. The computer already told the air nozzle or the valve, hey, this is your piece of paper, so as the piece of paper goes through, it's going to shoot air up, and then the piece of paper is going to get diverted into a different line.
So the machine actually sees what it is and identifies it.
Correct.
Wow, and then the air shoots it and separates.
Plastic also gets separated out using equipment specifically made for the job.
As you might be familiar with the plastics 1 through 7, we got 3 optical sorters dedicated for a specific plastic. The first one will go after the PET, the water bottles. The second one will go after the HDPE, which is your milk jugs or your soap bottles, detergents. And the last one is going after plastic number 5, which is polypropylene, a lot of food containers, your yogurt cups, things like that.
Powerful magnets are strategically placed to separate metals from plastic and divert them to their correct destination.
After, we separated all the plastics, at that point we have all the metals and aluminum cans left on the stream. So first of all that material will go through our magnet belt. The way it works, it has a magnetic field like in the center of the belt. The tin cans are going to get attracted, and at the end, the tin cans will fall into a bunker. The storage bunker is ready to be baled.
Okay, and then they get here.
And then it gets here, right? So at this point we got the eddy current, and it's gonna go after, you know, the aluminum cans. So it creates like a current, and it creates a magnetic field. It's going to repel the aluminum can. Okay, so it's not attracting them, it's actually repelling them.
So it's actually pushing it off of the belt over into this side.
Correct.
Don't you feel like trying to catch them?
Oh man, I love this piece of equipment.
At this point, we take another pass at picking out all the cardboard by hand, and we suction up all the loose plastic bags that are still there. Plastic bags get caught in the machinery, causing delays and damage to the equipment. All of these automated procedures are controlled by the touch of a button, using a portable tablet that works anywhere in the facility.
There's so many belts. There's so many screens. There's so many sorting devices, optical, etc. Actually, changing one would seem to be a lot of work.
This is something that we can do from here with this tablet. I just need to walk with this to a specific area, and I can make any kind of adjustments to the speed of a conveyor, the angle of a screen. I can check the temperature of the motors. I can start my baler. I can start the system, shut down the system. Maybe a jam, right? So one of the belts will stop. You know, it will trigger an error. The system will shut down, and then it will be up to me to look at the alarms, see what the problem is. We'll go to the specific area, and then we troubleshoot it, and we keep going.
Do you ever play any like solitaire or any video games on it?
I have not, but you know, I mean, you're giving me a good idea.
Yeah,
Maybe,
I'm just saying.
Maybe a break or lunchtime, I can go for it.
So this is sort of end of the line, is it not?
It is, yeah. At this point, you know, all this material is already going to a storage bunker, and is ready to be baled.
Baled. Let's go look at the baler.
Let's do it.
At the end of the line, paper and cardboard are sent to machines that press the material into big block-sized bundles called bales. These machines can bale up to 50 tons of paper and cardboard an hour. Plastic and aluminum are also pressed into bales. We stack and organize all the bales so they're ready to be shipped out.
This is the culmination, isn't it?
It is.
Kind of the final product, our last touch.
It
and explain to me what's happening here.
Okay, so once all these commodities, all this material has made it through our pieces of equipment, it goes into storage bunkers, right? And then from there, we got the ability to send all that material to either the single ram baler, the 2-ram baler.
All right, so 2 balers.
We got 2 balers. This one right here, we relied on this especially for cardboard and paper. As you can see, these are belts of clean cardboard, and they look pretty good. We got a belt dresser, which is doing right there on the other side. It's just making sure that there's no prohibited contamination. And then this material is ready to be stacked or be ready to be put in an outbound trailer and send it to a paper mill.
Wow, so how heavy is a typical cardboard bale?
A typical dry cardboard bale could be about 2,500 pounds. We're compressing a lot of material right there. Like on an outbound trailer, we just put between 15 and 16 bales per truck.
Those are like a tractor trailer, right, that's hauling that out of here.
Correct.
The bales are then bought by manufacturers that will further break down the materials in different ways, such as melting the plastic into liquid. That allows them to use the material in making new materials and products. These days, we see lots of products that are totally or partly made from recycled materials, including electronics, airplanes, and even clothes.
This is not the end for this material, which is the most important thing. You know, I mean, from here, it's going to go to paper mills where, you know, I mean, they're going to be making new material, new paper, new cardboard. Or in case of the plastic, you know, I mean, we got customers that can make carpet and can make t-shirts, a lot of stuff out of recyclable material.
So most likely that bale right there, right, what's in that bale, I might touch again.
Yeah, well, absolutely. You know, I mean, Just a fun fact, like aluminum cans, it takes about 60 days from the moment that you put that can in your recycling bin to the moment that it will be, back in the market. So it comes to a place like this, we sort it out, we bale it, we send it to our customers, and they're going to produce, new aluminum, and then you're going to go there and
2 months.
Yeah.
2 months, I throw it in the recycle bin, and then maybe I'm holding that and drinking out of that can again.
Correct.
Dude, that's more than fun.
It is.
It's an awesome fun fact.
Recycling creates a circle called the recycling loop. It starts with collecting recyclables and then turning them into new products. When people buy these products made from recycled materials, we say they are closing the recycling loop.
I really appreciated you taking the time and walking us through today.
No, it was my pleasure. I'm glad you came in, you enjoyed, you have a great time, and you're more than welcome to come back anytime.
Dude, and I will.
All right, man.
Thanks a lot.
Not a problem.
And that's how a recycling center works. Not only does recycling help keep our towns and neighborhoods clean, it turns used plastic, paper, and metal into all sorts of other products we use every day. Remember, you can make a difference in your school, at home, and in your community by recycling and helping others become better recyclers.